Well, for me, I came from the local church context. I was in student ministry for 10 years. In 2009, I went on my first E3 trip to Peru. My direction was different from then on. I just had a global perspective. I had an awareness of the power of the gospel that had never really grasped before. When I went to Colombia, something about it just captured my heart. And really, I just believe it was because that was God's assignment. I was encouraged and really blown away by what I saw God doing there. God was definitely giving me passion. He was definitely giving me vision. But right alongside that passion and vision was a whole lot of fear. It was one thing for Peter to say, Jesus, I'll follow you anywhere. It was a totally different thing when Jesus looked at Peter and said, come to me on the water. There was that decisive moment where Peter had to step out of the boat. The first time that someone gave to me, I called my wife and I said, Leslie, come in here. And we're sitting in front of my computer and I got emotional. And my wife and I, we prayed and we worshiped and we thanked God and we cried and we hugged and we brought our kids in because they were along the journey with us too, and we were praying as a family. It's the support and the survival of my family is being supplied by God through the kindness and generosity of others. To be supported in a full-time capacity, it gives me freedom to do what God's called me to do, but it's also given me an undivided focus. I'm able to, with all my energy, with all my focus, pour myself into this ministry. We're seeing the tools and the strategies that God's brought into E3 Partners. We're seeing it bear fruit on the ground in Colombia, and we're seeing our indigenous churches multiply. God uses the gospel to transform lives, and the church is God's number one plan A to reach the world. And so the cool thing about your investment in an E3 staff is that it is absolutely that those resources are going to be translated through people like me into church planting movements. And so that's an exciting thing, and you can be a part of it. As a matter of fact, we need you to be a part of it. We can't do what God's called us to do unless God simultaneously raises up people with resources who have a vision for the same Jesus that we love, a same vision to see this gospel that's transformed us be taken to places all over the world. We can't do that without you. When you support me financially, you are directly fueling everything that happens through my ministry. And people are being reached with the gospel. Churches are being transformed. Communities are being woken up. And that's an amazing thing.